Everybody talks a good game when life is easy. It's not hard to smile when you're winning. It's not hard to be polite when everything's going your way. But here's the truth most people miss. If you want to see someone's true character, who they really are beneath the surface, you don't need months of conversation. You don't need to dig through their past. You don't even need to ask deep questions. You only need to pay attention to two things. Because words can be rehearsed. Social behavior can be faked. But these two moments, they're raw, they're real, and they reveal more than years of small talk ever will. Let's break it down. 1. How they treat people who can't do anything for them. This is the first and biggest giveaway. You can learn more about a person in a 30-second interaction with a stranger than you can in hours of them talking about themselves. Watch how they treat the waiter, the cashier, the person they think they'll never see again. Because when there's no benefit to be gained, no status to be earned, and no reason to perform, that's when the mask slips. I'll be honest with you, this is one of my personal filters. When I meet new people, I don't care how they talk to me. Anyone can turn on the charm when they want to be liked. What I watch for is how they treat the people around them, the ones who can't give them anything back. And I've seen the difference up close. I've been at dinners where someone was polite to me, but snapped at the server. And immediately, in my mind, they lost all credibility. Because if you only respect people when it benefits you, that's not respect. That's strategy. Here's the truth. If someone is dismissive to people below them, they're not kind, they're calculating. And eventually, when you stop being useful to them, they'll treat you the same way. But when someone respects everyone, even when there's nothing to gain, that's character. That's integrity. That's the kind of person you can actually trust. So pay attention next time you're out with someone. Do they smile at the barista? Do they hold the door open? Do they say thank you? Or do they act like the world owes them something? It may seem small, but it's not. It's everything. 2. How they handle pressure when things go wrong. The second test of character comes in the opposite moment. Not when everything's calm and easy, but when the heat is on. Stress strips away the mask. Pressure reveals the wiring underneath. Anyone can be patient when they're comfortable. Anyone can act kind when nothing's at stake. But when they're tired, frustrated, embarrassed, or stressed, that's when the truth comes out. Think about it. You've probably seen someone who's calm and collected most of the time. But the second something goes wrong, they snap. They lash out. They unload on the nearest person, whether that person deserves it or not. That one reaction tells you everything. I've seen this in business, in friendships, even in the gym. The people who truly impress me aren't the loudest or the strongest. They're the ones who stay calm when everything's falling apart. Because in that moment, you're not seeing their best face. You're not seeing the version of them that's curated for social media. You're seeing their raw wiring. And here's something I've learned personally. You don't need years to figure someone out. Just pay attention the first time they're under pressure. How do they respond? Do they crumble and play the victim? Do they throw blame at everyone else? Or do they take a breath, own the moment, and deal with it? That one choice tells you whether there's someone you can trust in a crisis, or someone who will fold the second things get difficult. Final thoughts. So if you really want to know who someone is, forget the highlight reel. Forget the curated smiles, the handshakes, the small talk. Instead, focus on two simple things: how they treat the powerless, how they handle the pressure. That's it. 2 signals, 2 moments, and they'll tell you everything you need to know about someone's real character. Because true character isn't about what you say. It isn't about what you post online. It isn't about the face you show when life is easy. It's about who you are when you think nobody's watching, and who you are when life isn't going your way. And here's the beautiful part. When you start paying attention to this, you'll save yourself a lot of pain. You'll stop wasting years with the wrong people. You'll know within minutes who deserves your trust and who doesn't. Because the people who pass these 2 tests, they're the ones you want beside you when things get real. They're the ones who won't turn on you when you're down. They're the ones who show up the same way for everyone, not just when it benefits them. So watch closely. Not at the words, not at the performance, but at those two moments where the mask always slips. That's where character lives. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.